go. Another cash flow digest. You're probably wondering, where the heck is Matt Faircloth? Where's Matt Faircloth? Well, I think he's tumbling at the bottom of the slope someplace up in Killington, Vermont, because that's where he is this weekend. So I'm pitching. I'm going to do my best version of Matt Faircloth. Actually, I'm going to do my best version of Hervé Francois, because that's going to be the better version of my best version of Matt Faircloth. So guys, thank you for coming on another weekly edition of the Cash Flow Digest. We got so much to go over. This could be a pumped up, exciting show. So listen, I'm the market acquisitions kind of like extraordinaire for the group. So how can I do a cash flow digest? And we're not going to talk about markets. We're not going to talk about acquisitions. One of the topics that we are discussing today, there was a real interesting article that came out of Yahoo, all right? Yahoo Finance, right? They do a lot of things. This particular article was in less than a decade, you're going to want to have bought a home in one of these 14 different cities in the United States. How did they go about by picking these 14 different cities? These different cities have homes in them that are priced below the national median average, and they are projected to exceed the national average over the next 10 years. Yahoo Finance got this list from a company, Go Banking Rates. Cities like Dover, Delaware, Lakeland, Florida are expected to surpass the national average over the next 10 years. Listen, we all know that home prices have surged over the past couple of years, particularly young couples, newlyweds, very difficult for them to find that first down payment to go ahead and get into that first home. So much population migration is going place. Just before I got on this show, I was beginning to read an article about how people are moving into smaller homes. Smaller homes, they just can't afford just a mid-sized home as their first home and whatnot, right? So if you haven't bought your first home, or if you already bought your first home, but you're thinking about buying that second home, I'm going to give you the name of some of these cities that you may want to think about, take a look into to go ahead and purchase. Now, that is from a retail perspective, but you're an investor, and we talk with investors. So again, the interesting thing about the names, the location of these cities, they may not necessarily be the best for multifamily investing, because I'm going to imagine the price to rent ratio in these 14 cities are very low, because people can just as well afford to purchase a single family home in any one of these 14 cities versus going ahead and renting in one of these 14 cities, making it a little bit harder for us multifamily investors perhaps to go ahead and fill up the occupancy in what we're purchasing, and so on and so forth. Unless that multifamily that you are purchasing in one of these 14 cities, that the rents are so below perhaps what, let's say, the average mortgage would be for one of the homes in the 14 cities on the list. So without further ado, which are these 14 cities? Number one, in regards to a city that is going to see a lot of expected growth in regards to average home prices over the next 10 years, Columbia, Missouri. Number two, Atlantic City, New Jersey. I have to admit, I was very surprised to see Atlantic City, New Jersey on this list. And number two on this list. I think I could see why. It's not a city that a lot of folks have moved to, but there's a lot of activity that's beginning to take place in Atlantic City, New Jersey. So again, surprised, but not surprised. And if you're a gambler, can't imagine you being in a better place. All right, Athens, Georgia is number 3 on the list. Athens, Georgia. Panama City, Florida. I almost said Panama. Panama City, Florida is number 4 on the list. Number 5 on the list, Knoxville, Tennessee. I've actually been looking at this particular market, maybe as a market that DeRosa might start venturing into. It's home to University of Tennessee. There's some nice industries in there that are very well diversified, that drives the economy of Knoxville, Tennessee. It's about a couple of hours east of Nashville, Tennessee, which unfortunately, folks, the train has left that station in regards to fast-growing cities for multifamily investors. Nashville, unbelievable changes that have taken place in Nashville. But Knoxville, keep an eye on Knoxville. Knoxville was ranked number 5 in the city. I see you, Facebook user. I hear a lot about Knoxville. I hear a lot about Knoxville as well. Start digging into Knoxville, Tennessee. Number six on the list. Sweet 6 is Savannah, Georgia. Not Atlanta, Georgia, Savannah, Georgia. I've heard a lot of good things about Savannah, Georgia as well. I think further northeast of Atlanta, Georgia. But a lot of good things about Savannah, Georgia. Number 7, Daphne, Alabama. I have my sister-in-law, Daphne, that lives in Athens, Georgia. But Daphne, Alabama is number 7 on the list. Number 8 on the list, Fayetteville, Arkansas. I've heard a lot of good things about Fayetteville. Fayetteville, Arkansas is home to University of Arkansas, right south of Bentonville, Arkansas, which is northwest Arkansas, where you have the headquarters of Walmart and other companies. So Fayetteville, Arkansas, they've been also benefiting from migration from folks, believe it or not, living in Texas, making that move to Fayetteville, Arkansas, much cheaper place to live versus, let's say, at Dallas, Texas, and so on and so forth. A lot of students from Dallas, Texas, going to University of Arkansas over there in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Number 9 on the list. Number 9, Yakima, Washington. I hope I pronounced it correctly. I have no idea. If it's not Yakima, then it's Yakima. I'll let you guys decide. But Yakima or Yakima, Washington is number 9 on the list, number 10 on the list, and I'm not surprised about this one, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Albuquerque, New Mexico, we had one of the boot campers on our boot camp session last night talk about how he's beginning to do some research into the market of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Not surprised. Number 11, Pensacola, Florida, up over there on the Panhandle. Number 12, Huntsville, Alabama. You have NASA that has big offices down over there. A lot of tech engineering companies. I know that Facebook or Meta has big offices down there, Google. So a lot of engineering offices. You have University of Alabama at Huntsville, also located in Huntsville, Alabama. Lakeland, Florida is ranked number 13 on the list. And last but not least, number 14 on the list is Dover, Delaware. So folks, real interesting list again of, they're summarizing this article as the top 14 cities you may think of want to move to, because they're going to be seeing the median prices really start to exceed the national median price over the next several years. So folks, I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed it as well. It was a little bit of an eye-opener for me. Please grab your free market analysis tool at derosagroup.com/market tool, 2 T's, derosagroup.com/market tool, because at the end of the day, you will be able to use a lot of resources. I put resources up there that shows the metrics that we use to help identify what makes an attractive city to invest in. Things like where you're going to find population growth, job growth, median income, crime, quality of schools, and so on and so forth. So when you start doing research on a city, it could be any of these 14 cities as well, then definitely check out our market tool. Grab your free market analysis. Someone asked me what specific city I think that I like the most out of these 14. I got to tell you, I'm leaning in on number 5, Knoxville. I got to tell you, I'm leaning on number 5, Knoxville, Tennessee. But if I were going to click or choose a close second, I probably would lean towards Fayetteville, Arkansas as a close second.
Hey guys, Matt Faircloth here. Thank you for listening again to the Cash Flow Digest. I really appreciate you guys doing that. If you guys want to hear more about what DeRosa Group has to offer, go to DeRosa Group, DeRosa Group.com, DeRosaGroup.com online. You can hear about all the great things that we offer from an educational standpoint and passive investment standpoint on our website. See you there. And if you guys want to join our online community, DeRosa Insiders on Facebook, where you can watch this program get recorded every Friday at noon Eastern, and you can come on as even a guest or ask questions on the show. We hope to see you guys on our online community, DeRosa Insiders. See you there.